toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Raleigh, North Carolina, Carter Finley Stadium, and home to the NC State Wolfpack. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Oregon Ducks. Taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the NC State Wolfpack. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. NC State will kick off, and that'll get things underway. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. From the gun, the running back has it. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Goodness, that is the way you blow up a play, quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Hair on fire, caused a wreck. That had to be a blown assignment. They'll leave it with him. Navigates that mass of bodies and gets 4 out to the 17.
And as an offense, having success on a run play like that early in the game just opens up all the possibilities of your playbook moving forward. Play action, running the ball, throwing the ball, screens, anything is at your disposal at this point.
Under fire! And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
That is exactly how you set a tone when you're on defense, and especially when you're at home. If you can get them and force them into a punt early, keep that crowd going and involved, man, is it fun to play defense.
And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. The give to the tailback.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Going to take a shot at this DB. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down. Let's talk for a second about NC State. Boy, this just hasn't been their year. All of the aspirations starting the season in the top 5. But there's always someone that seems to bottom out against those big expectations.
No question, Reese. And what's so disappointing, especially looking at this team's offense, is they're just not making the plays. They've got
going for it all. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that. You can show your exotic looks. You can get the pass rush going. Everybody on the back end expecting throw. And that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. He's able to pick his way for just a bit, but he'll be stopped at the 18. Good job by the punt team. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will... Oh, he's got some space. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big time pickup on that one.
Yeah, defensively, you better be ready to run east and west when you're playing against this offense and their running game. That time, the offense was able to outflank the defense to the right side for a big play.
The Ducks come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard.
Yeah, this offense, man, you got to do a better job blocking. And I tell you what, that's kind of been a theme throughout the season. They haven't been high-powered. They haven't really figured out who they are yet. And they still got time. The season's not over yet, but this offense still in identity mode.
Going to swing it on second down. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
I think the wide receiver needs to do a better job making it look like he's going deep. He never got the cornerback that time to turn his hips, and because of it, he couldn't separate, and the ball got swatted away incomplete.
Feels as if the whole city of Raleigh is trying to help out the Pack on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Another incompletion on third down.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. Third down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. North Carolina State has it back on the offense, headed to the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Well, we know this offense obviously really struggled there last time out, and they knew coming into this one they would have to be better at running the football, and that just has not happened in this game. They're simply not physical enough offensively at this point.
Wants to fire on second down. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. And so you got a guy who makes a play downfield like that. How anxious do you think they're going to be to continue in man coverage?
Yeah, I don't know, Reese. They're going to need a plan. They're going to maybe want to think about more zone coverage or maybe even bracketing this running back.
Turning it on! They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Pocket breaking down. He's got it. And that's where they'll mark him, but a very productive play, and they'll move the chains.
And that play just shows you this quarterback trusts his wide receiver because he knows that route has to be adjusted to get beyond the first down marker. These two right now really on the same page.
North Carolina State defining efficiency on this drive. Let's go! Wants to throw on first down. Had it in his hands and he dropped it. Thought he had another big play and interception. He'll have to settle for the PBU. It's 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Second down, they'll go to the air. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Wants to throw it. Rushes on him. Picked off. That's number 15 on the year. Takes it the other way. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
Well, it's 3rd and long. They're trying to throw beyond the sticks to get the first down. What a great job by the defender that time, breaking on the ball, snagging it out of the air, and securing that interception.
Defense there to make the stop after a pickup of 2 to the 30.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. He'll do it himself. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Right on the money. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
On a big 3rd down, love the discipline by the defense there. We got everybody with their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the football, showing good speed on D. Nice tackle. Love the team defense.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it. First down and more. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. They were easily within field goal range there, but they don't feel like you can win this game 3 points at a time.
No, pass. I mean, you got to be aggressive. You got to get touchdowns, man. You've seen the emphasis. Defenses are willing to give up yards now to make you kick field goals. I like this offense being aggressive. Forget the 3s. We need 6s.
He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is the top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football against a really good defense.
Let's it fly. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. That was like bouncing off the guardrails and not losing control off the upright and through. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Off the play fake on first down. Working that left side now. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. From the gun, running back gets the give. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
He might want another play. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. There he goes! You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They'll keep it on the ground. Fighting off the defender. The Ducks trying to win the day by running for another 1st down.
Run the football. It's always been the staple. We can go back as far as you want with Oregon teams. The ones that were good, they were built on the running of the football, the physicalness. Run the ball, baby.
They'll give it to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
Back to pass. Oh, they're after him. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
Well, if this offense is going to win this game, and down the road, if they're going to reach the college football playoff and hope to win a national championship, they have got to keep this quarterback clean. Couldn't do it on that last play.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the 1st down.
And that's your goal, separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Looking for the score. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks!
Really nice job by the quarterback there of just letting the play develop. He had his eyes down in the middle of the field, and I think when he saw that deep middle area vacated, he said to himself, I've got a guy running right into that area. I'm throwing this thing on time, and this is going to be a touchdown. That's exactly what happened.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll run play action. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Lofts one high and deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Looks as if NC State will have to punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Fields it. Another ball is not free. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground.
I'm literally walking over to that guy. My man, thank you so much for saving my run. That could have been really, really bad. I could have been benched, but you got my back. Appreciate you, my man.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. To the ground with the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Boy, it was like the defender heard the play call. He was ready for that one.
One of the things is diagnose and go get it. They saw it, they went and got it. They were not letting that ball go to the wide side of the field.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Defense needed that stop badly. They gave up a touchdown. They gave up a field goal. Here they are in the 3rd possession. They've got to find a way to get off the field. So really nice job on a critical 3rd down, forcing an incompletion.
They kick it away on 4th down. Makes the catch and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Quickly to the tight end. A solid pickup there, works it to the 38 before being pushed out of bounds.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
To the air on 2nd down. Fires to the big fella. Nowhere to go and not much to show for that one.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
NC State comes to the line to deal with 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Got the back over the middle. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. NC State with the 1st and 10 here. Leaves it with the running back.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
The Wolfpack with a lot of options on 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the 1st down.
Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Looking to the end zone. Makes the grab. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. So much for firing to a stationary sit-down tight end. How about this guy working the corner and getting the 1st down?
These tight ends can do so much nowadays. You start to feature him, but you watch him on the corner route, man. Just push it vertical, push it to the corner.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolfpack.
And Man, I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, the lead is cut to 3. It's 10-7. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, who knows how things are going to finish up in the Big Ten this season, but this is a game to keep in mind. South Carolina was relentless today in a road win that frankly wasn't even as close as the final score indicates. This was a vintage Gamecocks performance, one that really should instill confidence within this program. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the Big Ten standings as this one does, gentlemen.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. First play of the drive comes from the 22. They'll start this drive going to the air. Complete to the left. The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch.
Man, that quarterback knew that was a tiny window to throw into, and he just showed off his cannon of an arm.
And the Ducks in the hurry-up. Looking downfield on first down. He's going for the big play. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
I think the biggest issue in the passing game for this offense has been accuracy, right? The last time this guy took the field, he completed less than 50% of his throws, and you're seeing that again in this game. Just hasn't been able to put the ball where he wants it to go.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Unloads to the right. Complete downfield. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the catch. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
How many first downs is that, guys? On this drive alone, this defense has got to find a way to get off the field. They're playing way too many snaps.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Tough run gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17. The Ducks in a good spot here with 2nd and short. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Line getting set on 2nd down. Back to pass. Good timing on the quick out. Now the connection takes it to the 11. The Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Here's a heat. And the pass is incomplete, but the flag flies, and there was a lot of early contact there.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
And the Ducks will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They've got the screen set up. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Direct snap. And he was fortunate to get that one back to the line of scrimmage at the 5. No gain on the play. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. They'll run the option. Oh, he can't hold the punch, and the ball's loose. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Oregon.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And, David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Off play action on first down. Bringing the heat. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Trying to set up the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Ducks will kick it off to start the second half. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met it at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here.
Breaks into the open. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David, and they're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
Wants to go up top on first down. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? That offensive line grabbing and holding on, and they'll back up and try it again. They're just making things harder now. It's 1st and 20. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Under fire. Intercepted, and that total goes to 16. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground to the right. Got enough for the first down. Oh, look out on the right. Touchdown, Ducks. He found some open space and turned on the Jets. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. Boy, did he just scorch that defense for that score.
He shows you all of it, Reese. He's got the speed. He's got the agility. This dude's a big-time playmaker. You just give him the ball, and he'll find different ways to kill you on different plays.
NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down.
Oh, he's got some space. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
There's nothing better than being a defensive lineman in a defense period that pressure the quarterback, that gets hits on him, that make him feel uncomfortable, especially when you come into their building and you get everybody really, really quiet. That's a great feeling.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on 3rd down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
3 straight incompletions, and undaunted, they'll go for it on 4th and 10. Quarterback making checks. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. He rifles one deep to the left. And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. Bringing it back. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception.
Well, coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from...
Just plow it. Just keeps moving. Touchdown, Oregon. And the pummeling has started.
It's so nice to have these big playmaking tight ends that are basically oversized receivers. Make a play down the field to him, huge catch radius, makes the play, and then I love the run after the catch. These guys can do this nowadays. He does the rest of the work and gets into the end zone.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. They've got a long road ahead of them if they want to get back into this game, but they have to get to work on this. Turning it on! And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Man, and we're seeing the tight end used more and more in the passing game. You see him move him inside. You see him move him outside. You see him move him in the box to block people. So here they put him in the slot and just have a nice...
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they took a shot on that one but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
Got his man downfield. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26. NC State quick to the line. Wants to throw on first down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
That's another example of just really good football. This is why they've built the lead here in the second half. Nice job pressuring the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, coming into somebody else's building and keeping it really, really quiet.
Shakes off the defender. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Gonna look downfield again. Got his man. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Here comes the heat. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
How about this defense coming out aggressive on 1st down? They're in the red zone. They're like, no, we're going to take the fight to you. Now setting up a 2nd down and long and putting them in a great position to be successful.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
I know we're in the 3rd quarter, but because they're trailing like they are, they're right now in 4-down mode every single drive. You throw an incompletion down in the red zone, this is a no-brainer. They're going to be throwing it again, and we'll see if the defense can step up here.
Splits the uprights right down the middle. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He's got great speed. He's got it out. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Well, maybe they thought if they kicked it into the end zone that he wouldn't dare bring it back. Instead, he just dared them to tackle him, and nobody could. What an explosive return.
And those guys got so much speed, they ain't scared. And you could tell, takes it out, good blocking, give him a little crease, and you could see the speed. You don't put slow guys back deep. You don't see Jesse Palmer returning kicks. No. You see the fast guys, and you see an open space, and boom, he's gone.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking downfield on 1st down. Get it out on the screen.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. How about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
NC State a lot of freedom to do anything here on 2nd and inches. Off the play fake. Steps away to find some room. He'll try to do it himself. This defense fully aware that he can run. They stop him after a short gain.
Man, I love when my quarterback uses his brain. I only need a few yards to get the first down. Nice job. Scrambles around, buys time, gets just enough for the first down.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
Well, this is a quarterback who's not known for his running ability, obviously. We've seen him make some great throws, but mobility, that's probably not on your bingo card, and you saw it right there. He gets brought down for the sack.
Back to pass on second down. And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception. Looking for more room.